Welcome back to Fog Figures, where today I'm going to be unboxing some vintage Hook figures made by Mattel.
You know, all the little Indians and the soldiers and all the lost boys.
These figures obviously accompany the movie Hook, which is based on the story of Peter Pan in Neverland, I suppose. Peter Pan Hook, the intellectual property that gets made into movies more than any other, because I believe it's because nobody owns the rights to it or something. So there are Peter Pan movies every other year, because anybody can make them, and that's always been the case. There's always been Peter Pan movies, but probably the most popular one, the most, I don't know, the most well received in recent memory anyway, would be this one, would be Hook. Robin Williams is Peter Pan, Dustin Hoffman is Captain Hook. Really, it is quite a good movie. It's not like an awesome movie, but it is a decent movie. I read at one point it was the movie that had broke the record for production budgets or something like that. Basically the most expensive at one point. It's not anymore, but at one point it was the most expensive movie ever made, Hook. Which you can kind of understand when you look at the sets that they built. They built like an entire Neverland, you know, with the pirate village and Lost Boy village. And I mean, you can see where the money would go. But anyway, these figures came out in 1991, I think. There might have been a couple of series of them. In fact, there definitely were a couple of series. But 1981, I think, is when they first came out. And this is just another example, I've kind of talked about it in previous videos, of WTF movie figures. I mean, what is going on here? This is, bear in mind, Robin Williams played Robin Hood, played Peter Pan in this movie. What is that? How is that Robin Williams? I mean, this figure, you can kind of understand, like, if it's not quite facially how the actor looks, but I mean, he never wore this outfit in the movie. You know, this wasn't a scene in the movie, this image here. So I don't understand what is the issue here? Why can you not just make a figure based 100% on the character in the movie? It's just baffling to me that, I mean, it's not really applicable to every figure. I mean, if you look at the back, that Captain Hook image, that's pretty much how he was in the movie. That's what Dustin Hoffman looked like. But there's another Captain Hook over here. And, I mean, I'm not in the Hook fan club or anything like that, but I've seen it a few times, and I don't recall seeing Hook in that outfit. I just don't. I mean, I don't know why that's in the figure line. So this is like the main Peter Pan. Nearly called him Robin Hood again, but no. This is the main Peter Pan that came out in the line. This one over here, which I'll grab just now. This one, which I think is more accurate in terms of his outfit. That's more like what he wore in the movie. This one's like I don't know what you would call it, like a variant, a special figure, because this is like a flying Peter Pan. It's got like a backpack that you're meant to make him fly with it. I don't know, find out when I open it up. But yeah, but that was like the kind of the secondary Peter Pan, if you like, in the line. This is the main one. This is the Peter Pan that is like your Peter Pan versus Captain Hook, and I just don't understand what is going on here. I mean, why does he look like that? Because it is an official Hook. It's got the movie branding. It's made by Mattel. You know, this is official merchandise. So why can you not at least put him in the same outfit as the actor wore in the movie? I mean, you can maybe understand it not having the likeness rights for Robin Williams or something like that, but why is he wearing this stupid outfit? I don't understand that at all. And that is not, it's not something that's unique to this line. It's something that, I mean, I kind of talked about it a bit when I was unboxing Jurassic Park figures, and they were made by Kenner, so it's not as if it's like the same company doing this all the time. It's just like a common thing, especially during the 90s, when movie-based action figures is that the likeness to the character and the actor that they're based on is sometimes just bonkers. Like how somebody has managed to get that approved and produced when it looks literally nothing like the person it's meant to be. But anyway, as I said, so Peter Pan, for me, that's a bad one. That's a bad representation. But these guys over here, that's really not the case with them. This is Ace from the Lost Boys. I mean, I'll see if I can stick a picture of him in the video. I'll look up a picture and stick him on while he's on screen just now. But when I first saw this figure, I thought, who's Ace? I don't remember there being a Lost Boy called Ace. But I looked it up, and one of the Lost Boys was called Ace in the movie. He doesn't look much like this. He did have blonde hair, but other than that, he doesn't look much like this at all. And I don't think he ever had this. It looks like it's like some kind of water gun weapon or something he's got. Hoses Pirates, yeah, it must be. You must fill it with water and squirt it. But I don't remember him using that weapon at all. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. This is a series one as well. The other characters that were released, probably they must have been in series two. Thudbutt from the Lost Boys, he was like everyone's favourite character in Hook. He came out in the second series and he was a good figure. You could roll him up and make him do the Thudbutt roll and make his legs like came up to his head and you could roll him down the hill and stuff. That was really cool. And that was fairly accurate to how he looked in the movie and what he did in the movie. But this one, Ace, I mean, as I say, I had to look up to check that was a character, but yeah, it doesn't really look that much like him. But to move on to a slightly more positive character, we've got this guy over here. This is Rufio. Now this is more or less why I bought these figs, because I didn't have many of the Hook figures growing up, but I had Rufio. I did have Rufio because I seen the movie. Obviously, I liked the movie, and I thought Rufio on his skateboard was the coolest thing ever. It's like a windsurfing skateboard, I suppose, that he's got, and I had this. I did went out of my way to get this when I was in primary school, just because I thought it was awesome. Now Rufio, more so because of the hair. I think that the hair that Rufio's got, that kind of Mohican red and black stripe Mohican Dennis the Menace type look. The figure has that, the character had that, the actor had that. And if you look at the sort of graphic image, the artist's impression up here of Rufio, that's probably, out of all the cards, that's probably the closest to what that character looked like in the movie. So Rufio is the one that I really don't have many problems with. I think that's, as far as an action figure representation of a movie character, that one gets a pass. This one's a good fig, I think. But the other ones are just strange. And it seems like a common thing from the 90s with any company making movie action figures. They just getting them accurate, getting them to look like how they should look, just seemed like to be beyond their capabilities. But I mean, I'm sure there are reasons for it. There's probably like licensing reasons or legal reasons, because you can't imagine that people that make toys for a living would be that incompetent. But I'm sure that there are other reasons for it. But yeah, it's something that I find really frustrating. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, rather than sort of boring you with opening one up and talking about everything, I'm just going to crack them all open in quick succession. So bear with me. These cards are coming off really easy. So here they are. Here are the 4 Hook figures out of packets. I mean, to elaborate slightly on this Peter Pan situation, this guy, as I say, this guy's the main one in the line. This is your main Peter Pan line, and you can tell because he has the Pan sword. So that's the sword from the movie that Rufio has when Peter Pan first arrives, and then Rufio gets killed by Captain Hook. And sorry, by the way, spoiler alert in case anyone's not seen it. And then Peter Pan passes it on to Thudbutt at the end of the movie. So this is a Pan sword. This one comes with it. That one doesn't. That one just comes with like a generic Lost Boys sword kind of thing. And that for me is strange, because this Peter Pan looks more like he did in the movie. So to me, that should be the main Peter Pan. I don't know why this figure exists with a neckerchief thing going on. But anyway, let's not dwell on that. So this figure has like almost like a WWF Hasbro clothesline action going on here. His waist is spring loaded, and if you push him back, he'll swing the sword forward back. That's pretty decent. I mean, I didn't realise that until I opened it up. I don't think any of the others have anything like that. So again, it's a bit bizarre that that one comes with an action move and the others don't. So this Peter Pan comes with this crazy backpack contraption, clip on his waist like that, and I'm not entirely sure how it's like it's meant to be like a rocket pack or something, but there's like a pull string here. I don't know what it does. I have no idea how this works, and I've looked at the back of the packet and it doesn't really explain it any more than just you pull this string, but nothing. I don't know if it's maybe broken. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's meant to happen, so I can't tell you how accurate that is or how well that's working. But yeah, this is the issue with this, as with so many toys at the time, is if you put this equipment on them. I mean, I'm saying so much of the same stuff I stated in the Jurassic Park Kenner video. This accessory, this backpack, if you put it on, he just cannot stand up. He's just going to fall over completely. So to get him to stand up with it, to pose with it on, you almost have to like bend him over. But then if you bend him over too far, he'll fall forward. So it's just more trouble than it's worth. Which is why I'm just going to keep it off for now. But generally speaking, these figures, they're not the easiest to get to stand up. Their legs aren't just like straight molds, as you can see. All of them have got like kind of bent legs. So you've really got to negotiate one in one place and another just to try and get them to evenly distribute the weight. I mean, that's probably not going to work now that I've said that. He's going to fall over. Yeah, he just does not want to stand up. There you go. Yeah, so that's disappointing. I mean, I suppose if you're a kid playing with them, chucking them in your toy box and stuff, then that really doesn't matter. But if you're a collector and you want to have them on display, you need them to be able to stand, man. That's rule number one, be able to have them stand. So this Peter, the main Peter, if you like, from the line, it came with a little weapon stand, almost reminiscent of the Turtles, like Ninja Turtles. He had to pop his sword, and he's got a sheath, I think, like a holster for his sword as well that sticks in his leg, and there's also a little dagger there that I've not popped off yet. You can do as well, but yeah, that just made me think of the Turtles when I seen this. Yeah, Ace over here, his accessory is literally just like one of these stupid things you'd get in a cracker or like, you know, a party bag or something. It's just like a really flimsy bit of plastic. You fill with water, then scoosh, like make it shoot out. And he doesn't have a sword. He's got like some kind of crazy chib. I mean, I would say it's meant to look like a tomahawk, but I don't know why you'd have a tomahawk that's a metre long. I mean, it is just like some kind of crazy constructed thing that the young team would run about with. I suppose that's fair enough, actually, if he's one of the Lost Boys. But this is the best part of the entire line, I think, is Rufio here. Rufio, he looks like he did in the movie. He comes with this awesome vehicle. I mean, the only other example I can think of this from like my childhood where you feel like you're getting a really good deal because your figure comes with a vehicle is John Connor from the Terminator 2 line. He came with his dirt bike and just the figure packet, and you felt like you were just getting such a good deal buying that figure because he came with his bike. And this is exactly how I feel with Rufio. I remember having Rufio and I remember buying him because he came with this. So it's almost like you're getting a vehicle and a figure. And, you know, if nothing else, just having Rufio on this is, that was worth picking these guys up for because I do really like this guy. And even though it's not a toy line that I particularly played with a lot when I was growing up, as I say, I did have Rufio, and I played with Rufio a lot because he was on this skateboard thing. I would just like zoom him about the skateboard, so I didn't want to like play Hook or play Peter Pan or anything, but I did play with Rufio, just zooming him up and down the banister, the stairs and things. shooting them across the tables as I'm doing right now. Yeah, I remember having hours of fun with Rufio when I was in primary school. So really glad to have him now. The only thing about it is it looks like this little thing in the wave, the sail, if you like, for his skateboard has got a handle on it, but I don't really see how he holds that handle because the handle comes out the way, and as you can see, his hands, like they are both kind of molded to hold up and down the way, like he is holding the side there and his sword handle. So I'm not entirely sure what that's for then, because it looks like it'd be for holding on to, but his hands aren't molded in a way that he can hold on to it. So yeah, that's a head scratcher. But unless it's for like a passenger, unless it's for Ace to come and hold on the side, I'm not going to do that in case I break it or something. But yeah, this toy line is crazy. I don't know what the logic was. I don't know why they were thinking about that, making Peter Pan look the way he did, and even to a lesser extent Ace. It doesn't really look like his movie counterpart. And then Rufio, they've come pretty much as close as you can to getting that screen accurate. So there doesn't seem to be any logic behind the way they produce these figures. But either way, the thing that attracted to me these figs, there's Peter Pan away, was Rufio. And even now that I've got them out of the packet and opened them up, really happy with them. Really glad that I've got them again. I'm going to stick them up on the shelf just like that, on his skateboard, holding the sail, sword in hand. In fact, I might actually give him the pan sword from Peter Pan, because that's what he has when he first introduced to Rufio in the movie. So I'm going to keep him on display. But the other guys, I think they might just get tucked away in a storage box somewhere. If I could find a third butt, because I definitely remember there being a third butt when I was growing up. I remember him being in shops and stuff, and you rolled him up, you could put his legs up and you could roll down. If I find a third butt as well, I'd pick that up. But I didn't see that anywhere online. And I looked at a few different sites, a few different sellers. I couldn't find a third butt anywhere. But that'd be one I keep my eye open for. But apart from that, really happy with Rufio. And yeah, the rest of the guys, well, take them or leave them, but they're here now. So as I say, I'll probably take the Peter Pan sword off Peter Pan and give it to Rufio, leave him on display. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about these guys. Stay safe, we'll speak soon.